Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wale. And I love you, and I want you.
Hi guys, this is Bella Jane, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you all about how going to the Silverlake sand dunes changed my life. I know there's a camera right here. I know there's a light right here. Bear with me, the quality is going to be terrible, but I feel like this is really something that I should talk about because it really changed my entire perspective about myself, and I just really wanted to share this. So just to get right into the video, on May 22nd, I can't even tell you guys the exact date. Wait, I can, hold on. Oh, I was right on. So on May 22nd of this year, I went to the Silverlake sand dunes with two of my close photographer friends, my friend Malika, my friend Tambari. And so, as some of you may know, I'm a photographer as well, and I do a lot of conceptual projects, which means I come up with creative concepts, something random, oh, I want to do a vintage shoot, oh, I want to do a thrift store shoot, oh, I want to do something. I don't know. If you guys follow my page, you will see the types of concepts that I do. So pretty much we have a big project that we're doing in August this year, and we decided it should be there. So the whole point of this trip was to go down there to scout the place. I'm the only one that hasn't been there, so I'm the only one that really needed to go. So we randomly planned this because we were all free, and we got two models to go with us, and it was just epic. You know, we get everything together, we get the rental car, we get all of that, right? So we're on our way there, and honestly, the ride there was just so long, and it was so fun, but it was long, and I didn't necessarily anticipate oh, you're going to sand dunes, Isabella. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of was oh, we're going to Silverlake sand dunes. I didn't know what exactly dunes meant. I didn't know anything about this place. I just knew it was beautiful, and I was I want to go. So to rush this story, because I don't want this to be stupid long, ended up getting there, and I'm a makeup artist and a photographer, so I did the makeup on the two models that we invited on the trip, and Malika, my friend, and Tambari, they went up to take pictures of Tambari because she's also a travel blogger. So they go up, and we kind of looked, they were oh, when we got there, it was weird because you couldn't go in a certain way to get to the dunes. So it was a trail, and then it was a forest, and they were oh, there are stairs over here that you can walk up the dunes on. So I'm oh, okay. And so me thinking if there are stairs, I'm thinking the stairs are literally gonna take me straight up the dunes. We get to the top, and then we walk down. No. So the models go ahead of me because I don't know what I was doing. I was kind of panicking, feeling I need to take things with me because we did leave the car open, and I was I don't want anything in this car that I need valuable, because if I feel something is gonna be stolen and I'm 3 hours away from my house, I'm gonna be mad. So I ended up I got all of my stuff. I carried it all. I think I had on a hoodie the other day too. I'm walking up to the steps, and literally just walking up the steps was atrocious. Okay, I seen the hill to go up to the dunes, and I was oh, okay. And then I got to the steps, and I looked at the steps, and I was oh, this takes me to another part of the dunes. I was kind of confused. So you go up these steps, and I wish I would have documented this part so you guys can kind of get a visual of what this looks like. So you go up these steps, they're super wide, they go up, there's a platform, they go up again, another platform, and then it's the top of the steps, and then you go down to the side of the sand dune. I get up the steps, and I was oh my god. I took off my shoes because obviously I'm gonna be walking on sand, so you don't want to be having your shoes on. And then I think I rolled my sleeves up, I just pushed my sleeves up, and one of the models, she was actually at the end, and she was yeah girl, it's hard, it's hot out here, you know. And she was really making me feel okay, I'm not alone. I'm dang, you know, I'm a little hot and hefty. Mind you, this day I had Chick-fil-A. and I had like some grandma cookies, but I had a water and I had some Doritos. It was bad. I haven't been eating good, honestly. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I gave her everything in my pockets. When I say everything in my pockets, I mean everything except for my phone. I had my 2 cameras. This camera right here that just fell. I had this camera and I had this camera right here. So imagine having these 2 cameras on my shoulder, and then I had my phone in my hand. And you know, as some of you may know, I'm like, well, at the time I was 370 something. Like my weight had been really fluctuating because I was eating a lot of fast food around that time. I just wasn't taking care of myself, and like I would go to the gym and then I would eat a salad, but then like come out of the gym like 3 days later somebody would get fast food, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get fast food too, like, you know. So it just, I wasn't making healthy eating decisions, and it like at this moment, at this time, it started to catch up to me. So I'm going up these sandals and I'm literally sweating. Like when I say sweating, I mean sweating, like, oh my gosh, beet red. And at like I just looked up the hill, and I didn't even want to walk up because I knew that this was going to take so much. And mind you, it's sand, so sand sinks. But on this specific day, it was kind of like literally nothing but God, because the day that we went, there was a lot of solid sand because it had rained in that past week. It was raining on and off a lot. And the day that we decided to go, it was actually sunny, but like it was, you know, recovering from the rain. So at the part of the hill that I was at, it was nothing but sand, just sinking sand. Like, just step in, poof, you're in the sand, like, you know. And I'm heavy footed, I'm heavy, like I'm 370, and sometimes like I walk around as if like I don't weigh like this. Like I don't weigh that much because I don't feel like I weigh that much. And in this moment, like I really felt like I weigh every single pound that's on this body. Like I was like, oh my goodness, like bro. It got to the point where I just really started to feel so defeated. I called John and I'm like, okay. So then he answered, but like the connection was shaky. So I was like, what? And I was like trying to FaceTime him, but it wasn't working. So I ended up like making like some Instagram videos to try to like make myself feel a little better about doing it. I'm like, okay, well, if I kind of document this progress, maybe I'll like feel a little bit more motivated to go up this hill. Because at that point, like I just knew going up this hill, it wasn't impossible, it just was hard. And so I kept going, and luckily there were like ropes on the side. Like there were ropes on both sides of the sand dunes, like going up the sand dunes. There were like, it was blocked off. I'm even gonna lie to y'all, this is not what I anticipated, bro. So I was on the outside of the rope, and it was like a rope. It was like 2 ropes, and then it was wood in the sand, and obviously like the wood and the ropes are connected. I hate explaining things. It's terrible. I don't do a good job at it. But I was holding on to the bottom one, and I would just pull and pull and pull, and you know, I could have gotten a splinter, but I did not care, bro. I think I put my hoodie over my hand actually so that I didn't get a splinter, but I was just pulling myself up, pulling myself up, pulling myself up. And you know, I just kept feeling defeated like while I was doing this. Like I just was so unmotivated, and by this time the models literally ran. Like when I say ran, I mean ran. They was like one of them just ran up the hill. I'm like, girl, I wish I had your energy. And then mind you, my other 2 friends, they're already in the dunes, so I'm by myself at this point. Like the other model, I could still see her, but she was long gone. Like she was ahead of me. I kept walking, I kept walking, I kept walking. And then all of a sudden I just told myself, I said, bro, you not going up this hill. And I was just like, they gonna have to take pictures without me. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to, like at that point, I just felt like it was just impossible for me to even do it. I was just like, nah, bro, like, I'm not going up this hill. Like, I'm not. Because not only was it like one hill, but like you had to go up another one to go down. So I was just like, they can go without me. So literally at that moment, John didn't answer. I called him again. He didn't answer. And I was just on Snapchat. I didn't have, like, I barely had any signal out there. Because I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's literally the Silverlake sand dunes. Like, it's in Mears, Michigan. The middle of nowhere. So, I'm just, all I hear right when I'm about to sit down and give up, Bella! Bella! I'm like, and who is this? And it was one of the models. Her name was Mia. And she's calling me, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I was getting annoyed because I was like, I know she not calling me. Like, I know she not. And I'm praying in my head, like, Lord, please don't let her come down here. Please don't let her come down here because I'm trying to sit down. Like, I'm trying to sit down. I'm not going no further at this point. I'm staying here. And she came exactly where I was at. And when she seen I was about to sit down, she ran towards me. And she was like, I'm coming. And I was like, no. And you know what's crazy? Like, really, God bless that she was there, because if she never came back for me, I would have never gone up those dunes. Like, yeah, my photographer friends could have called me. But if that model didn't come back for me, if she didn't come back for me, I would have never walked up that hill. And like, I'm just truly grateful that she did, because even in that moment when I was like, I don't want to, I had somebody else telling me that I should and that I can. And she came back, and I was telling her like how defeated I felt, because, you know, I haven't been taking care of myself, and I'm on this weight loss journey, and I've been doing good, and I do good, and then I don't do good, and then I do good, and then I don't do good, and it's nothing but like ups and downs and ups and downs, and it's just a constant fluctuation. It's a constant cycle. And she, you know, the one thing that she told me that really stuck to me was that I can do it on my own time. That I don't have to do it on anybody else's time. I can take it, like, I can do it at my own pace. And she was like, you know, if I want to go to the gym, then I should go to the gym. And if I want to eat right, then I should eat right. And she just reassured me, and she told me, like, do it. Like, do it. And do it at, you know, do it because you want to, pretty much is what I got from what she told me. And I was like, dang. And she told me, like, pretty much we gonna go up this hill, and we gonna take these pictures, and we gonna go home. And I was like, you know what? We're going to go up this hill, and we're going to take these pictures, and we're going to go home. Because right when she was coming, like, I was ready. Like, I was about to break down. Like, literally just break down. But I couldn't, because, like, that was my first time meeting her. And, like, I was just like, you know what? Let me just regroup. And that was what was even more amazing to me, because this is my literal, like, first time meeting you. And you're being more of a friend to me than, like, people that have been my friends for years, bro. Like, not saying that they wouldn't, like, not saying that the people in my life that, like, they wouldn't have been there for me like that. But it's just like, bro, like, God will really send people into your life to help you, to push you to get to, like, where you need to be. And I just thought that was crazy, because I'm like, this is my literal first time meeting you, and you already pouring out into me. And that's how you know it was nothing but God. Like, that's how I knew it was nothing but God. That, like, we even went on a trip together, like, to do this. So, to fast forward, I ended up getting up, and I picked up all my stuff and everything, and we started to walk up the hill. And so I would walk up, but it was so windy this day that we went, that the wind was, like, literally beating me up. And so I would stop, and I just put my hood over my head, and I would just face away from the wind, and I would stop. And then my friend ended up calling me, because she was like, I see, you know, Mia, but I don't see you yet. And then she was like, you know, just reassuring me. Like, she was reassuring me as well. And, like, she was telling me, like, you got this, you got this, you got this. And I'm walking up the hill, and even though I didn't feel like I could, I did. And even getting up there and seeing my friend and her telling me, like, you know, you did it. And then she looked at me, and she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm not talking, because for me, when things happen, when I feel away, I'm mute. And so I don't necessarily, like, I don't necessarily be wanting to talk when I'm feeling a certain way, because then I'll cry and I'm just so emotional. She was like, what is it? Like, what's wrong? Like, do you feel defeated? And I'm like, yes, I do, because I just haven't been taking care of myself. And like, it really hit me like, bro, if you don't take care of yourself, you're never going to be able to do these things, like just walking up a hill, you know, in some sand dunes. You're not gonna be that adventurous photographer that you want to be. You're not gonna be able to travel the world and do things if you can't push yourself past your own limits. And it's like, I just really felt it, and I was crying. And then she started crying, and I ended up, like, we walked a little bit further, and then I ended up telling her, like, you know, I need a moment. Because in that moment, like, I really had to take time to reflect on, like, everything that I've been doing, everything that I, like, want to do, who I am, why I'm here, why I even started documenting this journey in the first place. Like, I really had to think about it. Like, bro, like, am I losing focus? And I sat down again. And this time I just took the time to thank God for, you know, blessing me to even get up the hill. But not only that, but giving me the strength to get up the hill. Because without God, I couldn't have did nothing. Without him sending Mia back to get me, I wouldn't have did nothing. Without him having Malika call me, I couldn't have did nothing. There was literally nothing that I could have done by myself in this moment. And I was just like truly grateful. And so I wanted to take that moment to just, you know, bask in it. So there's a video of me sitting here. There's a video of me recording the dunes. There's a video of me, like, just, you know, sitting there because I was thinking. I'm like, dang. Like, I made it up here, and this means something. You know, me coming here, there was more purpose in me coming here than just to take pictures of, you know, these women. It was more than just to, you know, be around my friends. It was for me to realize, like, there's more in me than I can see. There's more that I can give out, more I can exert, more I can do more. I just have to push myself past my own limits. And that's what I got, and that's how it's changed my life. Because literally ever since then, I've been doing this sugar diet, and I've lost like 13 water weight pounds. And I'm like, dang, 13 pounds. I finally broke another barrier in my weight loss journey. I'm like 360 now. That's crazy. And yeah, it took like 3 weeks after, you know, everything happening for me to do it. But I'm grateful that I'm doing it. I'm grateful that I'm on this journey. I'm grateful that I am recognizing and being able to change these things, because like that's the point of this, changing old habits to create new ones. Like, this weight loss journey is helping me to, you know, just be a better person. And I'm grateful that I can even share this with you all, that I can even tell you all about it. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys really got something out of this, because I got something out of it. I'm going to be talking more about the sugar challenge. I've been documenting it. I'm going to tell you guys about the good days and the bad days, because of course there's bad days even when there are good ones. And then also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn on the post notification bell. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I love you, yeah, I want you, yeah, have faith in a young OG, have faith and do a B.I.G.